Hey everyone, welcome to the end of Bravely Default. Last time, we made our way through the Dark Aurora here to the Altar of Darkness, and fought Eri. After only a couple recoveries, Ouroboros seemed to tire of her, and dragged her into that portal. She's gone, but someone stands there. We've made a couple changes. Tiz is now a vampire, still with Invocation, and he has Spirit Lore, so I have Gungnir equipped on him. Otherwise, no real significant changes. We don't need any specific status ailment resistance going in. Actually, that is untrue. We need death resistance. So let's get safety rings on everyone. And all of our specials are now Blizzard and Dragon Slaying. With that said, God, this scene is so cool, but let's head forward.
Look! There's something there!
Oh, it looks like Tiz. Whatever it is, it's heading this way.
So, this is the physical form I must take to trade words with you. How terror comes.
Are you Ouroboros?
Call me what you will. I did not anticipate Eri's defeat. You creatures intrigue me. So it is that I take this common's form. Now, ask me what you will.
Just who are?
That has all been answered. I am Ouroboros. Do not make me say it again.
How did Eri fit into your plan?
She gathered the strength I need to breach this celestial realm. This too was explained. Next.
What is the Celestial Realm?
As the name implies, it is the realm of the gods.
Why do you seek to invade it?
The realm of the gods is a great civilization. It is prosperous, full of love, beneficent, reverential, and order. It knows no war or strife. There exists no greater law, no duller prison. Now I see. You, whose form I now take, the celestial lurks within me. You mingle with lesser creatures, free sentient. You revel in others' bloodshed and weep at the death of idols. As this little charade served to ease your weariness, I shall bring your realm chaos, hate, fear, jealousy, corruption, brutality, excitement. Air has entered into myriad worlds, sowing a bounty of indignation and despair to fuel my conquest.
So, after your faithful servant worked tirelessly for you, her reward was to be devoured?
I see I must put this in terms that one of your kind might fathom. To what ends? She was like a cat, a beastly thrall that has served long. What further use has one for cat, played by age or injury? slave to be eaten.
Cattle?
Yes. The suffering, such a beast bears no change upon its fruit, nor does its loyalty. No matter how great her reverence for me, she is but a morsel for my nourishment.
Monstrous!
It is the same for what you call good. You, who house a celestial within. You, with the power to draw strength from the crystals. You, who saw the Ares' machinations. Driven by an inconsequential sense of righteousness. You are not but the moon before my heavenly assault commences. Now, I grow warm. Flares eyes waterfalls. It is time for you to become a part of my flesh.
Ouroboros, the god of destruction. Taking the form of the party, he'll start using various skills from the party. So we've changed this over to a vampire, so we have some of these skills now. Vampire ability up as well. We'll start off with some fireballs. You default. He's not weak to any element in this form, so I guess just attack. Or you could use your special, just attack. And you, of course, start defaulting, so we can get to our free lunch and amp strike usage. Wow, that was such like a quick punch, and it just did 3,000 damage. That's pretty insane. You can do defaulting. Let's see, what else can he do? So he should be able to use things like, he can't really use like the genome abilities, but he should be able to use mainly Fairy's Aid. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, good thing actually I didn't give any ability or didn't give any element to Ring About then, because then he would just negated that immediately. I think he can technically use Amp Strike as well, so that's something we should definitely have to watch out for. You should be using Vampire Bodies, not so normal attacks. And you keep attacking. You very close to your free launch, but not quite there yet. Luckily, one of the katanas Ring About does have equipped. It does do more damage to the dragon. He is technically a dragon element, or dragon family, so... well, we haven't actually really worried about the family of anything since, like, the dragon enemies in Chapter 4. It is coming in helpful now. Alright. Yeah, mostly it's element that matters more to me than the family of an enemy, but... Ouroboros is a bit different in this case, I suppose. Send all these amp strikes. Nice, nice. Take this form out real quick. Charm. Okay, so we can use some abilities from the vampire. That sucks that it's on ring. You know what? It sucks that that's on the TX. That means I missed on a couple free launches. Oh well. That's the way it goes. Okay, hopefully he can't use... Hopefully he won't use Amp Strike, rather, because I'm pretty sure he will be able to. But hopefully he'll just choose not to, because that would actually be devastating. That would probably just wipe us. Chippa Jinrai, okay. Well, at least he attacked Adia, so it got countered. Okay. He's not dealing a ton of damage. But I guess he has to hold back when he has to take our forms. He can't really go all out. So apparently, Tiz houses a celestial within him. That's interesting. We don't really even know what, like, we know celestials are obviously gods, but what exactly are gods in the Bravely world? It's interesting, because we don't really know. We've never heard of any of this before now, or until we started hearing about Ouroboros. The Celestial one was completely unknown to us. Don't charm Adia? Okay, yeah, charm Ring About plays, or at least try to, because he has the ribbon equipped, so that's not going to do anything. It was just the most powerful headgear I could get for him. Nothing ventured. That sucks. That sucks a lot. Oh god. That's gonna kill Adia. Yeah. That's... Okay. That is the worst thing that really could have happened. Gonna rise. It's so unsettling to have the theme for the Dark Aurora playing during this fight. You'd expect something like more exciting for this fight, but instead it's just unsettling. Very, very off from what we'd expect, especially after the last area fight, which had the exciting song that was Wicked Flight. But now it's just this weird, like, not like chanting song. That's not how you would say it, but you know what I mean. It's just so unsettling to have this fight go with this music. Using Charm on Ringabel? No, that's... Okay. I really wish if you'd use it on anyone, it's just not Edea, because that means I lose out on BP for free lunch, but... Oh well, we'll get there regardless. No problem. At least Edea, or at least Anya rather, isn't getting much damage at all, because I have Holy One on her, so she won't really be doing anything when she attacks Edea to snap her out of it. You are braving, that's worrying.
Thomas indeed is the mortal foe. What great sport you mortals make, such vitality. With such a vast demands of fitting stage, come, join me in the infernal realm.
And this is it, the true form of Ouroboros, the god of destruction, as we fight him now in the infernal realm. So, what does he start with? Well, his main attack is going to be Zero Dimension. This instantly kills one target, hence the safety rings we have equipped. And at the end of every turn, he's going to use Total Regeneration to fully heal himself. At that point then, is it worth worrying about, well, like chipping away at him? We should just deal as much damage as possible in this one turn. So, we're going to raise Tiz's physical attack, as well as use some Blizzard Blast. That is a physical attack, so go ahead and send out all of those. From Anyas, we're going to use Holy to deal a bunch of light damage. From Ringabel, let's get some Blizzaga Sword Magic on him. And then, does Shippugen not do any more damage? No. So go ahead and just attack. And Edea, of course, what else but free lunch. So we just have to do a certain amount of damage, and hopefully, not get past Total Regeneration, but just do enough damage to maybe make him scared and panic or something. Because obviously, if we just chip away at him, he's just going to heal the damage, so not really worth bothering that. 4,000! That's actually even more than I expected. Nice! Oh, and those free lunches are going to do so much. That's going to be nice. Holy. That's not good. I was hoping that would do more, but I don't think Anyas would have been able to do anything else anyway, so I guess it's at least something, right? Alright, how much is free lunch going to do? Oh, man! First hit's a crit. Nice. Amazing. Couldn't have asked for more.
Forgive my delay.
Lord DeRosso! What are...
You've opened the crack in the beast's core, the source of his immortality.
his core?
As long as it exists, he will regenerate without end. I've come now to stop it.
But how?
You will split it open, and I'll fuse together with it, containing it. I shall dedicate my own eternity to halting its regrowth forevermore. Strike with all your might the moment the beast ceases his regeneration.
But what'll happen to you?
This role demands an immortal. The sage and I have argued the matter for 1,800 tedious years. Edea, you must defeat the beast. The Templar's blood is in your veins. You can do this.
Right.
Ring a bell. I ask your assistance. Contain the beast while I take possession of it.
Understood.
Tiz, you must protect Anyas. Agnes, these 1,800 years, No, pay me no mind. May fate smile upon you.
Thank you.
I nearly forgot. Accept me, and I shall grant life everlasting. Though it shall be filled with grief, thou shalt have all eternity to wreak vengeance upon thine enemies. Now then, let us begin! I'm getting sentimental in my old age. The rest is in your hands, Sage.
DeRosa has sacrificed himself so we can actually hurt Ouroboros. Let's keep going. You get your buff back. So that first round ends once you deal 40,000 damage to him. If you don't, he'll continuously just keep regenerating until, well, you manage to do that. That fight can potentially go on forever if you're not careful. You default. And this music. Again, it'd be a crime if I didn't mention it. This is easily one of the best songs in Bravely Default. Serpent Devouring the Horizon, the final boss theme. It's so exciting that it starts off with just this insane, well, this slow chanting and then moves into this insane guitar riff, and oh my god, it is the perfect final boss theme. And it only adds more and more to it, more verses as you head on further into the fight. We added a verse for DeRosa sacrificing himself. And it's just so good. It's such a perfect ending to this game. And Ouroboros' design, so creepy, so weird and off-putting. There's nothing like this in the game. It's just, this is not what I would have expected. And again, the Infernal Realm, nothing like this in the entire game. Did that do, Jesus, 9,000 damage is good. That's as good as Monk, honestly. Which makes sense given he's weak to water, but Christ. I didn't really expect Vampire to be this effective. I mainly made him a vampire for the increased defense. But hell, I'll take this damage too. So, in the second round, he's added Demon's Touch. That drains 1 BP from the entire party, which is annoying for Dia. I'd highly suggest you at least have 1 BP on everyone so that you can still attack through that. In fact, I wasn't even following my own advice there. The only person I'm going to not follow that advice on, though, from now on, is Adia, so we can make full use of this free lunge, and if we lose an attack, then, oh well, it's just the way it is, I suppose. We might lose out on another 2 attacks, but yeah. I guess well, no, okay, because with BP limit up, we completely avoid that downside. That's good. You default, and you make use of that last free lunge you have. Don't want to make waste of any of those. Okay. Even his standard attacks are wicked. Like, that did, what? His is like 9,000 HP. That did 6,000 damage then. Christ almighty. Ouroboros is really not joking around. He wants to invade the Celestial Realm just so he can cause it to be less boring in his eyes. That's honestly just the weirdest motivation for any villain I've seen. That he just thinks that a Celestial Realm is boring, and he wants to make it more interesting, at least what he believes to be more interesting. It's not that he wants to destroy it or really even conquer it. He just wants it to be more interesting. That's odd, to be honest to me. I'm gonna default with you. I'm not sure if we should... We might have just wanted to attack there. I'm not positive.
What is this? single tentacle. I have devoured one of the worlds that very linked to this one. Holy restored has been called meets a dragon. It is not enough. Courses through me now will see you eradicated forever. Just as two worlds now will never return. Very strong together some 10,000 worlds. When will the world you call your own be destroyed? The longer you define, the greater those odds become. Let us test your luck.
He may no longer have immortality from himself, but he can essentially gain immortality by devouring versions of Luxendark and absorbing their power. He's added Celestial Touch to his arsenal. This raises, I believe, just his physical attack and magic attack, yes. So now he's even more formidable. We can dispel this though, so I think we'll probably follow suit with that, because we definitely do not want him being more powerful. He's already a threat enough. So get rid of that buff. We do not want to deal with that, especially when his attacks already do... Well, I think default makes it do about 4 times less damage, so that would have done about 4,000 damage about. That's not good. We definitely don't want that. Since his attacks are starting to do a lot less damage because I had gotten rid of his buff, or his buff had run out, rather. So now that we have that back in action, we should be better off now. So the longer we defy Ouroboros, the more worlds are simply going to be destroyed. Who knows if there's really a way to stop that? Maybe we just have to defeat him as soon as possible to stop these worlds from going under. But that is insane that he has the power to just, on will, destroy an entire dimension, basically. Christ. Demonic Touch. We might just have to go with the Dia. I'm gonna default one more turn. Okay. Good. So now Edea can full blast some free lunch amp strikes. You still have your buff, so go ahead and send out some blizzard blasts. You can attack. And of course, you know what we're doing. Hopefully get some crits in here. I should have given her... I don't think there is an ability for higher crit rate, but I think there are some maybe accessories to do that. Either way, I should have looked into ways to increase her crit rate, because that would have been definitely beneficial to deal relatively consistently 999. I would say Invocation, but then of course you wouldn't have Pirate anyway, so it wouldn't really matter. Nice, at least one crit. Alright, that's good enough. It's at least something. So let's do Touch again. Should I dispel it? I think I'm just going to default this turn. Demonic Touch, okay. We need to dispel that, I think. He's going to start attacking soon, real quick. So, dispel. Get rid of that buff. Thank you for using Zero Dimension. This attack does nothing, so you have that death resistance from the safety rings. You still have your buff, surprisingly. I thought that would have run out by this turn. Then again, I haven't really been counting, so I suppose it hasn't happened 10 turns. Actually, your buff should run at the same time as Dragon Ball's sword magic, so I should keep that in mind. And I'm actually going to go ahead and use this now. I think that's going to be more beneficial than waiting for a little bit. So, Dragon Ball's doing a decent bit of damage. I think it added some physical attack up to him in terms of abilities, so he's doing a little bit more damage now than before, which is good. That out there, 6,000, nice. Yeah, I'm glad I remember those safety rings, because that would definitely be a big problem if he just take out a party member. Okay, so he's added Armageddon to his arsenal. he devours another world and takes its power for himself. He does that when he's taking enough damage. Basically, he can regenerate anytime he needs to. This fight could go on for a while. But that's the only other move he's added. He can still use Celestial Touch, he can still use all of his older abilities as we've seen. So we just need to keep wailing on him until eventually... Well, hopefully we'll defeat him. Maybe we'll do enough damage eventually that he won't have a chance to use Armageddon, or I don't know. But it doesn't look like that's going to happen. He'll keep devouring worlds until, I guess, until we give up. But that's not an option. You've run out of your buff. I'm going to risk this instead of defaulting this, and I'm going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to attack again. And I'm going to give, you have your special. I'm going to hold off on that, though. You, actually, no. Go ahead and use that. We need the BP, especially for Edea, because that's actually going to be super helpful. So we can Bazaga you. And then you can go ahead and use your free lunches now. And with Arnius' special, we're going to get a lot more uses out of that, because we're going to get some extra BP from her. So this is going to allow Edea to use a lot more free lunches than she normally would, as well as get past the fact that he'll probably use Celestial Touch to get rid of some of our BP. So this is going to be a great counter to him, especially since Edea's going to have 2 BP at the end of this. So she'll be able to use free lunch 3 more times, or Amp Strike 3 more times after this. Essentially 2 full turns of this, or 2 full rounds of Amp Strikes. Sorry, 1 BP. So she'll be able to use it twice. That's still really good. I'm going to go all out with you. And use your Blizzard Blasts. Anyas, chill for a little bit, and you attack. Of course, you go as well. Hopefully, he's not going to use Armageddon this turn, because that's also a super powerful attack that we really don't want hitting us. We definitely want to default on any turn he might use that, but I don't think he was damaged enough where he's going to consider using it. I don't think he's that panicked, so we should be okay. But it's definitely a big problem that's always looming over this fight of is him using Armageddon. Okay, I feel like he's probably taking enough damage he's going to use it this turn, which means Ring Bell might just be screwed. Yeah, okay. Hopefully Ring Bell doesn't die. Just barely 200 HP. That's nothing. Christ, I'm glad he survived, but that was a close one. Okay, you default. I have to mention Roberts' voice as well. I like his voice being kind of demented and kind of creepy. I don't like all the effects they placed on it. It makes him just really difficult to understand, and good thing there's text boxes and subtitles, because otherwise I would never be able to know what Arabras is saying. It's just, the effects they place on him make him so echoey and distorted that it's just impossible to get through it and understand him. Okay, Tiz and Ring Bell are up for a turn. Oh, no, Celestial Touch is, okay, raising his, right, so we should dispel that, because we don't need to heal right now, so dispel, attack, you default 1 more turn, hopefully he doesn't use Demon's Touch. He probably will, though, because he just used Celestial Touch, so he doesn't have any other moves to use besides Zero Dimension. Yeah. Oh, no, sweet. Okay, Celestial Touch again. That's fine. Let's dispel that once more. You still have your buffs. Ring Bell Sword is Sword Magic. So, free lunch time. Every turn I get this, it's like, I'm just excited to see how much it'll do. I mean, I know how much it'll do relatively, because I've seen it several times now, but it's just exciting every time because how much damage it really does. Especially since it's usually enough to trigger that Armageddon. But that's not exactly a good thing, given it destroys an entire Luxembourg. Should I risk using it again? I don't know if he's taking enough damage. I'm getting to fall with everyone but Edea, and I'm going to send out those Amp Strikes, because I don't know for a fact he's taking enough damage to use it. But I'm hoping not? Okay.
No! No!
Understand. There is but one way for you to save those worlds. Lay down your weapons and fall before me, offering a soul's will. Only then shall the remaining worlds be spared.
Stop this! cannot bear it anymore. Slay me if you will, but you must stop! Agnes.
Agnes!
Very well. I command you insects to obey!
Take up your weapons. Raise the pendant to the heavens and arise.
What?
No. It is over. The more we resist, the more worlds are destroyed. We can fight no longer. Know that you are not alone. Know that none of you are alone. Child of the celestial light, take the vessel's hand and reach out together. Reach out to your counterparts who dwell beyond this realm. Convey your hopes unto them.
Our hopes.
Still not ready, ring a bell?
Patience, Tiz. Communication with other worlds or no, this takes time.
But we're being held hostage as leverage against ourselves in another world.
All the more reason we need to keep this world safe. Agnes is right. Are we ready, ring a bell?
Don't rush me, Edea. There, all done. Full speed ahead, straight at that huge whatever it is.
Ready, soldiers? Let no harm come to the Lady Vestal and her allies.
It's massive and hard. You all right, Edea?
Don't worry about me. Agnes? Its recovery is too swift! Are you ready yet, Tiz?
Almost. Just a little longer.
Seems you're having a rough time of it, eh, Ring-a-Bell?
Why are...
Agnes, we're here to help, my dear.
Sage!
All right, here goes! Blaze bright!
Yes! That was amazing, Tiz!
I couldn't have done it without you and Agnes.
And we wouldn't have lasted without Ring-a-Bell's aid.
The thanks shouldn't stop here. Don't forget them.
Alternate!
The Sky Knights will handle things from here. You four, do what you must. Quickly!
Understood! Agnes, that's our cue!
Let's go!
Ring a bell! Edea! Agnes! Everyone ready?
On your signal, Tiz.
All right, let's begin.
Listen, everyone. The us from another world are in terrible danger. They're sacrificing their lives to save our world and countless others.
But our world is safer now, thanks to your efforts.
It's time to raise a cry that will reach their world, where they've laid down their arms to spare us.
Tell them they are free to fight, that our world has been spared.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
It is time. Share this prayer with me, one and all.
Look! Agnes! Everyone!
It's them!
They've left this to us. Let's end this now! For everyone's sake!
Right! Oh! Ah!
I'm gonna be honest, I don't entirely know what just happened, but it was awesome! How all the worlds just begin fighting for themselves so that we can keep on going and not have to worry about them at all. Again, I don't entirely understand it, but I know it's cool as hell. So, Arabis has technically 2 moves to his arsenal now. He has Armageddon, which is basically, Disaster, which is basically Armageddon, but it's weaker and does not heal him. He also has Divergence that you just saw. This removes your ability to do anything but default and summon friend. Fitting that, well, I haven't used this the entire game, we're gonna start using this now. I'm not gonna send an attack, I'm gonna summon, and since all the worlds are fighting for themselves, I think it's fitting that we now have, basically this is one of our only options in a lot of situations. Let's go ahead and summon, let's see you probably will do quite a bit. And you continue defaulting. This music though, every time this character medley comes in, holy shit! It's so exciting, it's so hype, I love it! God, I love this game!
Don't fall for me now.
Alright, Piercing Bolt. Let's do this. It's probably not gonna do that much. 1390, that ain't bad. So his Hornet's broken now, likely that's what was giving him the ability to destroy other worlds at all, but it doesn't really get rid of all of his power. He is still a very formidable opponent. Disaster, there's that. Yeah, still not that much weaker, if at all, than Armageddon, but at least it's not destroying a world now. But it still goes to show just all the power he has. Okay, who are we summoning this time? I guess just Palbot? Well, no, I think it would still have to be poisoned, so that wouldn't be that helpful. Let's go and use Judgment. You, continue defaulting. We need to get those free lunches up.
Portions still resist me. You are too late. Behold, the celestial realm. I shall bring chaos and destruction upon the world of the gods. All of creation will know its end. I shall make it anew in my own image. Now, die! Begone, little warriors of the light!
The Celestial Realm is our world, the world of the player. Gods in the Bravely universe are literally just the player. That's such an interesting take on it, in my eyes. I love it. Because, I mean, it makes sense. We control pretty much all the actions these people do. We control the route their lives take. It makes sense that, in a way, we are considered the gods of their world. That's such an interesting take on this whole thing. I mean, there's plenty of games that either subtly or outright acknowledge the fact that it is a game and that the player is or has a presence of a sort in their world. But this is, to me, such an interesting and original take on it that I've never seen before, and I love it so much. How many things can I say I love about this finale? Because I love pretty much everything about it. The music, the scenery, the story, and the moment when everyone just starts fighting for themselves. It's so just action-packed. There's not a moment in this whole finale where nothing is happening. It's all just excitement and oh my god. I love it. I love this so much. So to end the last phase, we had to survive Armageddon 3 times. But now, there's no special requirement to end this fight. We just have to finish Erebus off. God, I love just how this fight escalates time and time again. Not only because Erebus adds moves to his arsenal, but just like the situation. First, the Rose are sacrificing himself. Then Erebus starts destroying worlds, and then, man, all the worlds come together and send their thoughts and hopes to us. God, I love everything. Okay, I've said that enough, I think. Let's just keep fighting. I'm surprised he hasn't used Divergence more. Usually he spams that a lot. I believe he can use it on a maximum of 2... There he goes. On 2 party members at a time. You know what, I guess we can use it on anyone. I guess actually Ring Bell is probably my preferred one, but oh well. Tiz isn't that bad either. As long as you don't use it on Edea, honestly. Unfortunately, I don't have a ton of powerful summons. Going with this Taglia e Effeta. Show for it, whatever. Go, show for it? Jesus. Whatever, just go for it. We don't need to heal. I'm surprised he hasn't taken that much damage. It's only whenever he uses Disaster, really. He hasn't used Celestial Touch either. No, he has. Oh, wow, okay. So we're just surviving that. Wow. Nice. Alright, we'll dispel that anyway. Keep attacking. You default. Hopefully he doesn't use Divergence again, so I mainly don't want to use it on Edea, because I want to keep using those free lunches and amp strikes. But if he does, then whatever, we'll just keep summoning, no problem. We have our friends behind us. Alright. Okay, it's a special, nice. That gives us, what, hit count up? Or a physical attack up? I think it's hit count. Well, no, it was a katana, so it must have been... Might be hit count. I'm not positive what, actually, that would give. Okay, yeah, I guess hit count. That's actually pretty good for Ring About, at least. Oh well. And he used Celestial Touch, so let's get rid of that. We gotta do another summon. Let's try this Exterminate one. I don't think it's gonna work because he's not poisoned, and usually conditions still have to apply to have these specials work, but can't hurt to try. Nice. Yeah, hit count's actually really helping with Ring a Bell. Awesome. Okay. Yeah, okay. That's basically what I expected, but oh well. With the Divergence. Damn it! And she just got the 4 as well. That sucks. Oh well. It's fine, I guess. Actually, that special probably did give us physical attack up, but just... No, it definitely gave us hit. Oh, never mind. I'm an idiot. You still have your sword magic? I don't think you do. Go ahead and get that back then. And I guess you're gonna have to summon. Let's go for this Hack and Slash, because the special will keep this going at least. Nothing else? Nice! Okay! I'm not complaining with that at all. Danny D, let's go for it. Special? More hit count up. Okay, well that'll... Oh well, again, at least it's helping Ring Bell. I don't really mind keeping that going if it's gonna help Ring Bell so much. That raised his attack like 1,000-fold, so... Not 1,000-fold, but by 1,000, so... I'm definitely not complaining. You did lose your buff. Go and get that back. Not Kriller, we don't really need that. It's helpful, but we don't really need it. We don't need to heal. And you can just go and attack. Who else do we have to summon that's going to be particularly helpful? Mainly I really want specials. Moonbeam, go for that. That might raise our physical attack, which would be good for Tiz. And Ring Bell. It'd be good for just in general, really. Yeah, see, now we're doing like 7,000, 8,000 damage with Ring Bell. That hit counted up is way more helpful than I thought it would be. Alright, let's see what this Moonbeam gives us from Edea, Zoe. Alright. Yep, gives us physical attack. Nice. That's 170% up then for Tiz. It'll be super helpful. Damage isn't great, but the buff is well worth it. Unfortunately, Tiz did lose his ability to attack, which blows, but oh, we'll work on it. Let's go ahead and use this one. 13,000 damage. I've been avoiding using it, but why hold back at this point? Go and attack, and you can finally get those free lunches out. Alright. This should do plenty damage with that 120% up physical attack. Oh my god, 9,000. Nice. Alright. So totally not my other 3DS that I don't have. Let's see how much damage this is gonna do. Base is 13,000, but... Oh! Nice! Okay! Yeah, so summons can exceed the damage limit no matter what, even if you're not using Bravely Second. Which is convenient, because I definitely didn't use... Did all of those do not... Oh my god! Oh my god, that's so good! Qui-Gon Wave, go for it. You chill, and you, again, go for those free lunches. Did all those free lunches seriously do? Holy shit! They totally all did 999. We are just so powerful now thanks to the help of all these people. Jesus. Nice!
And all therein shall know my power.
Warriors of light, physical manifestations of my being. I thank you for risking life and limb to defeat Ouroboros. The celestial realm, this world, and myriad others owe you a debt. They need never fear the beast's terror again. Now it is time to rest your weary souls. Rest until the day you return to those who await you.
Is this our ship?
Huh? I thought for sure I was...
No, we're alive. I've the aches and pains to prove it.
Sage!
Agnes, tis, Edea, ring a bell. You have done well.
Is Lord DeRosso really...
He has passed from this world, together with Ouroboros.
We failed to save him.
No, it was meant to end this way. The decision was forged that day we met 1,800 years past. There were matters of which the angel spoke only to Lord DeRosso. She told of the evil one and the bringer of ruin, he whom they call the Beast. And so it was we began our preparations. We considered every possibility, refined every detail. To seal a creature that revives without end, we had need of an immortal ourselves. And we needed you, the warriors of light, to destroy them both. Do not blame yourselves, children. It was preordained millennia before your time. Lester always walked one step ahead. From the day I met him, I fear now I shall never catch up. But this is no time for leisurely chat. You must make a choice with all haste.
What choice?
Where to return, my boy? You've your choice of places to call home.
Home.
The Great Chasm links to the worlds in which you were born. But with the defeat of Ouroboros, it will soon close forever. You are free to stay here, or to return to the world of your birth, or any other you desire. It has already begun. Choose quickly now. You've saved this world and those beyond. Return home with your heads held high.
Thank you for all you've done.
Planning on letting go anytime soon?
What harm in just a bit longer? This is my last chance.
What harm? Just ask on yes. And you should see the look on Tiz's face.
You people are no fun. Well, farewell. Farewell, one and all.
I will be forever grateful.
Oh, the chasm is closing. Look, it stopped.
They've secured us a road home. I can sense tremendous magic at work.
Well, ring a bell? Let's go. Dats, Sats, and the proprietress are waiting.
All right, everyone. Hold on tight.
They're gone. They didn't even look back. What fine children. Our greatest accomplishment and dearest treasures. 2,000 years. It felt endless, yet it's passed in the blink of an eye. Wouldn't you agree, Lester?
And that is Bravely Default. What an ending. So exciting. So much happens. God, there is a lot to talk about. Let's just start with the game itself. What do I think? Obviously, I love it. Like, that should go without saying at this point. Obviously, I have my complaints as well. Chapter 5 and 6 are a weird part of the game's pacing. I'm not going to entirely say they're awful. They really aren't. I think people really do overblow when talking about this game how quote-unquote bad they are. They are the lowest point of the game, for sure, especially Chapter 6, but I don't think they break the game entirely. Obviously, I would prefer if it was different. What I would like is if Chapter 6 remixed things a little bit, like obviously combining, one or two fights here and there, but largely keeping it the same. Because they're still kind of getting your jobs up by that point. They're still kind of learning everything by that point. Or learning all your jobs at that point. So that's fine. But having two chapters in a row that are basically the same, both gameplay-wise and story-wise, aside from the actual story elements, mainly, side quests, like character-wise, is kind of ridiculous. And obviously that's a problem. But that's 2 chapters out of a 8-chapter, 9-chapter game, really. And that is, how long would that be? Like, maybe 4 hours out of a 90-hour game? And the rest of that game is fantastic. I love Chapter 7 and 8. I love that finale. I love Chapter 1 through 4. So, yeah. There are problems with the game, for sure. The salve maker is super broken. And otherwise, there's some other setups that are really, really, really broken. But I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, you can always just not abuse it, right? You have that option. Obviously, there will be these people like me who they have that option, so why would they take it? But that's, you know, an option. You choose to do that. So I don't think that's a real problem. Obviously, it's better to not have something that's broken, but it's not a multiplayer game anyway, so I don't know. I would prefer if there weren't these broken jobs, but, you know, take what you can get. I don't mind they're there. The story. I think... Okay, so when I said in the finale that I didn't fully understand that whole ending bit, that's both a compliment... Well, it's not really a compliment, but that I thought was amazing. Yeah, it's amazing, and that's a compliment. But that I don't understand it is a bit of a detriment. There's a lot in this game that honestly just isn't that fleshed out and doesn't make all that much sense. The Angel. Obviously, we know it's an Anius from another world. Is it the Anius from Ringabel's world? Maybe, but then that doesn't still really line up. Because how exactly was she able to communicate with every single instance of DeRosso and Yoyana instead of just the next one? It's assumed that she broke a crystal, and so I guess that allowed her to communicate with every single world, which would make some sense. I suppose that's the only way it can work, if she broke a crystal, and so yeah, was able to communicate with every single world. And then Eri, when she broke a crystal, Eri would obviously flip out and betray them and try and kill them, and then, you know, to probably tell them something of Ouroboros, of the Evil One, of the Bringer of Ruin, and all of her plans and all that. She'd probably know a little bit and be able to tell the people of the next world. The thing is, then, that can't be the Anius from Ringabel's world, because, I don't know.
3 to go. Next is the water crystal. We make for the north.
It can't be the Anius from Ringabel's world because we saw her dying on Grand Ship, and obviously you wouldn't break a crystal on Grand Ship. There's a lot of things that just don't line up. I mean, it doesn't have to be the Ringabel from Anius, the Anius from Ringabel's world, mind you, but there's a lot of questions that are just unanswered. And that's a bit of a problem to me, because a lot of it's just like, how can that happen? How did a physical manifestation of Anius go from that world to all worlds?
I'll see your ideals giving form, Father. I swear. Alternus! What are you?
I'm here to save you. I will not fail this time. I am Dark Knight, Alternus Dim. The Grand Marshal has placed the future in my hands.
It's been what? Half a year?
I can hardly wait. The innkeep says he's preparing us a feast to remember.
Can't wait.
Something wrong?
Egil, go on ahead. I'll be right behind you.
All right.
Well, I suppose it's time to return what I borrowed.
You guys should have heard Tisk. Keep chattering like that and you're liable to end up just like Ringabel.
Let's hope that never happens. Thank you. I just knew that you would be the one who would stop my sister's plans. Farewell for now.
So this fairy we saw at the very beginning that asked us for help was Eri's sister. I still have a couple things to say. The thing with DeRosso, apparently he created like an infinite loop of sorts, where when he got rid of Ouroboros' immortality, he gave it to himself in another world. And eventually one of those DeRosas would go on to stop Ouroboros. But then how does that work? I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. But I guess when you go to the infernal realm, things just stop kind of making sense at all. I'm gonna be honest, I don't entirely know. That's really those two things are the only things that aren't really entirely answered. But despite that, I still think the story is fantastic. Specifically, the characters are fantastic. I love them. They're so entertaining, so unique, and so fun. Every time I see an asterisk bear or I have a party chat, I just get so excited because I know that something really entertaining is going to happen, or some really cool story moment's going to happen. So, I love this game. I think that should go without saying at this point, based on how this LP has gone. But I adore this game. And the best part, and that what makes me see this game in an even better light, is, yeah, there are problems with it. Chapter 5 and 6, some balance issues, story issues even. Every single issue I just spoke about is fixed in Bravely Second. Might be a bit of a spoiler, but it is. Everything is fixed in Bravely Second. So, the fact that they managed to listen to feedback on this game so clearly and fix all of those issues and improve things that people didn't even complain about as well, it makes me see this game even better. Because, yeah, this game has problems, but I know that when I go forward to Bravely Second, I'm not going to have any of those problems. Anyway, that's that. This is easily the biggest project I've taken on the channel yet, and honestly I'm anticipating it's going to be for a long time. Even Bravely Second, whenever I get to that, is not as big of a game, or as big of a release as Bravely Default was. There isn't as much, especially bonus stuff to talk about when it comes to Bravely Second, spoiling that right now, sorry, but this is a big release compared to that game. So there's going to be a lot of bonus stuff. There's going to be a really, really hefty bonus video. There's another ending you can get. There's a bunch of extra boss fights we're going to cover. The production of this series was just insane. This took me 3 years to prepare for, and that doesn't even include editing time, recording time, none of that. But I didn't do it alone. There was one other person who was pretty much detrimental to the production of this whole thing. ATH, or Snowy. She was pretty much detrimental to the production of this series. Every layout I made for the screens and the info, all the ideas I had were critiqued by her, ran through by her, and she presented her own ideas that otherwise probably wouldn't have made it into the series and wouldn't have improved the videos. Without her, this series would not be even anything like it was today. And so she deserves massive, massive thanks for all of her help and putting up with me, because I'm kind of an idiot a lot of the time. So thank you. Thank you all so, so much. I'll see you guys next time.
Looks like the cerebral dysrhythmia has evened out. How's his pulse?
A bit low, but holding.
And the status of the expunction system?
Standing by. No issues to speak of.
Good.
Poor wretch. Asleep ever since. Some end for a hero who helped save the world.
Switch into auxiliary power now! Expunge!
No threat. You okay? Looks like it. Splendid. No brave points. Guess there's nothing for it. Here goes. Every second! Chamomile means energy and adversity in the language of flowers. You'll see I can pull through a pinch anytime. So much for going home. Give me a second. Bonjour, Tiz. I'm Magnolia. Magnolia Arch. Ballbuster. Relax. No need to be suspicious of me. Yeah, I think that's fair to say. I envy you, Tiz. Because you've got the kind of good luck I'll never enjoy. You get to live in the same era as me, you lucky dog, you. Okay, let's get going. To where? To someplace nice.